1 point. Where's the power?
I also want to know.
Yeah, it's second function.
Yeah, and then second function, and then yeah, like a shift. Second
Yeah.
function.
Yeah, shift
And then
is
you get 1.03 shift, and then
no, the moment you punch it like that, your calculator, remember,
oh, I'm
yes,
excited
you
from the
must leave it in the answer mode and then
1
Shift and then that.
1 plus, say 1 plus
plus
0.25.
0.125 again.
Yes.
In
Yes,
pencil.
you leave it like that and say
5
shift, where is the shift?
say
Shift,
shift.
and then it's somewhere.
The first way is to
This
study
one,
the
yes.
bracket.
Yeah. Second function, and then
And you
the
just
power
to
is
say
first
1.0.25.
This is shift, nah?
Yes.
Yeah, I think
It's
so.
no longer 1.0.
1 plus
Also, then I
You
multiply
multiply by 1.50.
right.
Oh, 1
Shift
So
to
to
the
power
power
of
of.
the
Then you say equal.
Love,
It's
can I
all
see?
covered in the number.
Love, can I see yours? Because it's the same as mine. So I don't know if yours.
Which one is the shift button? It's that orange one.
Yeah.
Oh.
The orange.
Second function,
Yeah.
So it's 1 plus 0.025.
No, just 0.25 because it's 25%.
Oh, it's 25.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh, maybe that's my mistake. It's 1 plus
0.25.
0.25
Then you say equal. Yeah.
125. I can and then it to the power.
What's that button?
Oh, that. And then power of
Yes.
2.
2.
And then equal 1.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Leah who is doing the same.
That's like early.
It's check
Okay. Can I quickly just do it here and see?
And yours is the same like mine.
Over a different.
No, it's the same. No.
1 plus
1.5.
But it's so inferior. 188. I don't know.
I'm so afraid like this is just a bracket in this one. We're solving the bracket only.
Say that.
Then after that, multiply by 1.5. You find 2.1.
to the power.
Yes, but it's she's right. You are right. Oh, but you
1.25.
yeah.
To
The power of
Equals to that. Multiplied by 1.50. Yeah.
Yes, perfect. Yeah.
So I think the
So you
okay.
didn't multiply.
I think it can say 0.025.
Yes.
that's
And
what
then at the end, after doing to the power of what times it by 150, then you will get your 2.34.
yeah, 1 plus
It's Saturday and Matomo of the
Yes,
second one.
the second one.
The second one.
1
1 plus
0.25
0.25
equals to 1.25.
To the power
Second
of
function
okay to the power of 2
yes.
plus 2 156 which is
Multiplied by
150.
1.5.
Oh.
Hey, there's nothing that I hate like this calculator. Financial.
Yeah, Matomo, can I do the first one?
Yes.
One next. Can you do the first one, Lina?
Yeah.
So
One,
you're gonna say
1 plus 0.25 again. It's 125 again. Times 1. We don't do to the power again.
Yes, you don't do that. There's no need because to the power anything to the power 1 is that number.
yes, I got it. 188.
Yes.
Another calculate. Another.
All right, you got it. All right, we're getting somewhere. We're collecting those distinctions now, bit by bit. All right, so this part, always remember to add the first 25% and then you add the second 25%, right? So there are 2 methods and you need to stick to one, right? Just make sure that what you are doing. All right, and then you put the present value, and then you get that. Then the third one, you can also do it 1 plus 0.25 to the power 3, and then multiplied by 1.5, you will get 2.93. So from here up until there, I can then get 1.98. Now, the fourth one, right? The fourth one is, remember you have a choice, either to take this amount, 2.93,
Yeah.
and then I add the 5% growth.
Okay.
Ne? Or I'll take the initial amount of 150 to the power to the power 3, like I've done here, so that it's more like I'm repeating what I've just been doing.
Yeah.
But I'm just adding, on top of that, I'm now adding a further 5%. All right, I actually wanted Jabulide to see that part, because this is where we now apply the formula. All right. Jabulile, you see where we now apply that formula now. We apply it in year 4. After those first 3 years. Right? This is where it comes in. Right? So I have 3.08, which is the dividend for year 2020, over 0.14, because that's my rate of return, minus growth of 0.05. Remember, the initial growth was 0.25. It's not the same as this one, because this is the new one now. The one that is going to be applicable from now up until eternity. All right, so I have this. I'm sure this one is quite basic. I apply the present value factor. Remember, the present value factor that we have here and here are the same. Right?
Yeah, that's what I remember.
Yes.
Yeah, the year 4 I use the same as year 3.
That's true.
Okay.
So it will be 34.22 multiplied by 0.675, and then I'll get 2310. And then I just quickly add everything, and then I'll get my price of stock now at 28.53.
So after the year 4 calculation, that's where you add?
Yes. That's where you add everything.
Or you don't add before year 4?
Yes.
Okay. If they give you the number of shares, then
yes, if they've given you the number of shares, then you just take that value here, you multiply it by the number of shares.
Yeah. Then you continue with shares.
Yeah.
If they gave you
the number of shares.
Yes. So it's just like I said, there are 2 levels of understanding this. Here we are talking more, we're looking at it from a theory perspective, but you still need to, we call it the muscle memory. Yeah, we call it the muscle memory, where your fingertips need to get used to, okay, I need to do this, I need to do that. The more you get used to that, you'll find that previously we would have students that will write exams and fail, not because they don't understand. They actually know if you give them an opportunity to present on this class, they will present everything, but they go in the exam, they still fail. Why? Because they are not used to applying. So application is very important. All right, that was the last one. There's no further irredeemable what. The only one that's coming that you can expect on questions like this is what we call the expected rate of return with growth, where they will say calculate the expected rate of return, or calculate the rate of return. Right? In other words, they will be expecting you to calculate the KE, the cost of equity. Yes. With growth. Yes. So it's a matter of it's one and the same formula we've been applying, right? It's just that we are making KE the subject of that formula.
Now
right?
That they want to know
yes.
the growth of.
Yeah. So remember, once you know the formula, getting the information is easy, because once you have your D, once you have your P, and once you have your G, then you are good to go. All right, so let's look at a question like this so that you know which one of these is going to be put in this formula. The expected dividend per share of Hobby Bank Limited is 5 Rand. The dividend is expected to grow at a rate of 6% per year. If the price per share now is 50, what is the expected rate of return? Now, this one, remember, you don't even need to see is it a redeemable, is it irredeemable. You don't need to really worry much about that, right? Remember, what's going to guide you in this case is the formula. That's why most of the time, especially when it comes to questions like this, I always emphasize on know your formula well. Because once you know your formula, you're just going to into the question, you pick out your D, you pick out your P, and you pick out your G, and you have your answer.
Oh, because they don't give us the opportunity cost.
Yes. We must calculate it. Yes. So that's basically your opportunity cost. So
this one is
it's clear and straightforward.
Yeah.
So our D, we are told it's 5, and our P, our price per share is 50, right? Which is the price that we've it has already been calculated for us. This is what we've always been calculating.
Yeah,
now they gave us.
Yes.
And then G is given at 6%. So you just replace everything within the formula with the figures you are given. So it will be KE is equals to, you divide this by this, you get 0.1 plus 0.06, and then you will get 0.16, which is basically 16%. So your rate of return or your cost of equity in this case is?
I love the way you used to, you see when the question is like this, normally you used to say given.
Given information.
Yeah, given. It was easy, you remember that way?
Yes.
Then when you come to calculate, it's easy for you to
Yeah, you just copy and paste.
Yeah.
Copy and paste, and your life is made simple. All right, so this is it for valuation of common stock. So the main highlight is this type of a question.
Mixed growth.
Mixed growth.
mixed growth
At the back. Oh.
Sure.
This one.
The thing is, all we need to do is mixed growth.
Or this one.
Continuation
Oh, okay.
of limited growth.
All right, so this is it. Let me just stop the streaming.